This was sent to me today by a good friend, Rich, and I don't have time to memorize it, so I'm going to read part of it, but it's very important to get this across to you. In regard to everything that's going on in the world right now, including the little Nero would-be that we have in office, who's the only difference is he's as mentally disturbed as the other one was, but he's fiddling while the world burns instead of just Rome. There are two Americas, the America that works, the America that doesn't, the America that contributes, and the America that doesn't. It's not about haves and have-nots, it's the do's and the don'ts. Some people do their duty as Americans, obey the law, support themselves, contribute to society, and others don't. And that's the divide in America. It's not about income inequality, it's about civic irresponsibility. The politics of envy was on proud display a couple of weeks ago when it was noted that some people make more than other people, that some people have higher incomes than others, and that's just not just. That's the rationale of thievery. The other guy has it, you want it. It's the electoral philosophy that's destroying America. It conceals a fundamental deviation from American values and common sense because it ends up not benefiting the people who support it, but a betrayal. Politics have enslaved one group in a culture of dependency and entitlement, of victimhood and anger instead of ability and hope. The premise that you reduce income inequality by debasing the successful seeks to deny the successful the consequences of their choice and spares the unsuccessful the consequences of their choices, because by and large income and variations in society are a result of different choices leading to different consequences. Those who choose wisely and responsibly have a far greater likelihood of success, while those who choose foolishly and irresponsibly have a far greater likelihood of failure. Success and failure usually manifest themselves in personal and family income. This has nothing to do with opportunity. You choose to drop out of school or to skip college, and you're apt to have a different outcome than someone who gets a diploma and pushes it on with purposeful education. You have your children out of wedlock, most likely to get more welfare, and life is apt to take one course. You have them within a marriage, and life is apt to take another course. Most often in life, our decisions, our destination that is determined by the course we take. My doctor, for example, makes far much more money than I do, and there's a significant income inequality between us. Our lives have had an inequality of outcome, but our lives have also had an inequality of effort. While my doctor went to college and then devoted his young adulthood to medical school and residency, I went to the military and got a job in construction when I came out. He made a choice, I made a choice, and our choices have led to different outcomes. His outcome pays a lot better than mine. Does that mean he cheated and the government needs to take away his wealth? No. It means we're both free men in a free society where free choices lead to different outcomes. It's not inequality that leaders intend to take away. It's our freedom, the freedom to succeed and the freedom to fail. There is no true option for success if there's no true option for failure. The pursuit of happiness means a whole lot less when you face the punitive hand of government and your pursuit brings you more happiness than the other guy, even if the other guy sat on his ass and did nothing. Even if the other guy made a lifetime's worth of asinine and short-sighted decisions. Leaders preach equality of income as a right while completely ignoring inequality of effort. The simple law of the harvest, as you sow, so shall you reap, is sometimes applied as the harder you work, the more you get. Leaders would turn that upside down. Those who achieve are to be punished as enemies of society, and those who fail are to be rewarded as wards of society. Entitlement will replace effort as the key to upward mobility in American society if this idea continues. This supports a lowest common denominator society in which the government besieges the successful and productive to foster equality through mediocrity. Here speaks of two Americas, and the grip of power is based on using the votes of one to sap the productivity of the others. America is not divided by the differences in our outcomes, it is divided by the differences in our efforts. It is a false philosophy to say one man's success comes about unavoidably as a result of another man's victimizations. This is not a solution, but a separatism. These ideas have caused division and strife, pitted one set of Americans against another for political benefit. That's what socialists offer, Marxist class warfare wrapped up with a bow. Two Americas coming closer each day to proving the truth of Lincoln's maxim that a house divided against itself cannot stand. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to it. And as long as we have an administration that we have, thanks again, Rich, like we have, filled with the socialist, communist ideology that it is filled with, and until and unless we get a conservative, Republican form of government back and place good people in power that will go ahead and use those powers wisely to go ahead and prosecute these people who have left us in this total depraved mess that we're in, and seek to continue to destroy our country by bringing in 30 to 100,000 unvetted, basically, possible terrorist, Islamic extremist terrorists, and put yours and my children and grandchildren in harm's way. We've got to do something about that. We've got a short while to wait these people out, but I don't think we're going to be able to wait them out, because I believe this gentleman's philosophy that's up there right now is to go ahead and poke, provoke, prod until he creates a reaction that causes him to, allows him therefore to go ahead and call in the United Nations or call in whomever against the people who are going to stand up against him. I have a copy of my Constitution that I carry with me all the time, and inside that Constitution is the Second Amendment. And this is what I carry the rest of the time to go ahead and enforce that Second Amendment and to protect my people, myself, my family, my friends, against those who would usurp and destroy this Constitution, the same Constitution that binds all of us together. They like to pull this Constitution like a cheap lawyer when it's to their benefit, and they like to deride and destroy it when it is not to their benefit, when it benefits the people, which is the government. And I'm like Forrest Gump now. That's all I've got to say about that. But people beware. Watch out. The time is coming. It's short. And Obama is running around like a roaring lion, like the devil, trying to devour everything that's in his path because he knows his time is short. Keep your eyes on the Lord, your finger on the trigger.